I hate to admit this, but Paul Blart is my personal fat hero of mine. And it really shows, huh? I am going to do my review of 2009's Paul Blart Mall Cop, directed by Steve Carr, starring Kevin James as Paul Blart Mall Cop. This movie is definitely go-to one of my go-to pleasure movies, and probably does for some of you too. So the plot of this movie is basically this Paul Blart, fat-ass mall cop security guard, or whatever his preferred title would be, is saving the mall that he loves so much from thieves and robbers. So to summarize the character of Paul Blart, the intro is all you need. He is a guy who is capable of doing things. His heart is in the right place. He got the good spirit, he wants to do it. He's a good person. He's got good heart. But he always fucked it up at the end of the day, somehow, in some way. But that also means that Blart is an endearing and honest man that I just can't help but root for him, cheering for him as he goes through his day and fight thieves. He's doing something epic or cool, whatever that may be in the movie. And I found that to be, as a fellow fat person, I like it. The jokes and gags in this movie are fine, Most of them are pretty lame, though, especially the fat jokes, The fat jokes, that's the rule of thumb here, is that if an inappropriate or offensive joke came out from character A to the character B as mean-spirited, that's not funny. But if it came from a character from the character who has it, and it is some sort of self-deprecating way, it could work. In this movie, it doesn't really work, and which leads to the worst scene of the movie is what Paul Blart gets drunk at the bar, and he gets wasted, and he did nacho eating competition and whatever that was. That scene just, I don't know, that's the epitome of the bad thing in the movie for me. In this movie, Paul Blart has a fling for the character named Amy, and I thought they're fine. They're kind of cute, but they're barely in a scene together, and Paul Blart is kind of a creep in some scenes, and I don't know, I just thought they're fine, they're okay, but not couple goals or whatever. So the main antagonist of this movie is the leader of the thief, and the movie kind of treats him as plot twist a villain at the 30-40 minutes mark of the movie, so I'm just gonna tell who it is anyway. It's Vec. It's the trainee. Vec, oh boy, he doesn't have any villain aura at all. He has no menacing power. He just got a very punchable face, and to be honest, that's kind of enough for this movie to have him being this douchebag that everybody's kind of hate, and you kind of want Paul Blart to beat the hell out of him, and you kind of see that. So I guess that kind of works. I don't get what his plan are, It's get some security numbers and this and that, but he didn't steal anything, right? Or maybe I'm just dumb, I don't know. The other side characters in this movie are quite forgettable, but the good thing is they aren't comedy vacuums, They suck all the enjoyment and the funniness of the scene and flush it down the toilet. There's no character such like that in this movie, well, maybe except for the, jockey, douchey, asshole, co-worker, Blart, but forget about it. But yeah, the good thing is, almost pretty much everyone on the good side cheered for him. They believe in Blart, and that's really nice to see. I can't help but compare this movie to Die Hard, but here's the thing. I actually kind of prefer the action scene in this movie compared to Die Hard. Why? Because here's the thing. Blart is a chunky, wonky guy, and seeing him duking it out against the thief goons, who is very athletic, he was on their skateboards and bike and doing parkour and being very flashy their stuff, and Paul, just him with his scooter thingy, I just found that incredibly entertaining and fun, and funny too. Some scenes are quite creative, especially that jungle forest, rainforest cafe scene. Entertaining. And there's also this sense of over seriousness of Paul, from the police outside, the captives, and Vec in the bank, which weirdly kind of balances out the tone, funnily enough. And another good thing in this movie is that Paul messes things up a couple of times, which shows that he's not a perfect guy. It's not this unrealistic fat guy who can do everything. He messes some things up too. And that just make him the more, cheerable. You just root for him even more. I believe in Blart, and you should too. I give this movie a 3.5 out of 5. Seriously, I like this movie, and I recommend this movie to you if you want to watch something more lighthearted, more fun. You know, him. It's Paul Blart. It's Paul Blart. Just go watch it. I don't know. I like it, and that's the point. So thank you for watching this review of this movie. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of this me casually reviewing, rambling about movies and stuff, just click subscribe and stick around, support my channel, and I'll see you guys next video. Thank you very much.